Welcome back, everyone, to another market closing live stream. We've got some movement in the stock market again, as usual. Support.com is trying to find its support. This one's been pretty momentum-esque over the last few days here. But what I really find interesting today is you've got a little bit of a recovery here in the SPAC sector. Obviously, we've talked about a firm a lot. Posted a video here a little bit ago about a firm, my position in a firm. We posted some more alerts in the Stocks and Psychology Money group. That coupon code expires tomorrow, by the way. My alerts also, by the way, do include when I sell covered calls. So after a position's run, if I'm going to sell cover, it's how long out, so on and so forth. The Matterport movement here is really nice to see again. Matterport has been sitting around 13 for a while, and you've seen SPACs just really get left behind. And finally, we're seeing SPACs get a little bit of love again, which is very nice. And then we've got Owlet, had its run earlier in the day, softened a little bit, now sitting up about 5.25%. I did close out my Owlet position when it was up around somewhere in 10%. AMC just gave up about 5% going into the close here. Alfie's running a little bit into the close. Ubiquity, 337. I mean, really good. Nice movement here. Tattooed Chef almost at $21. Etsy still moving here, getting to 220-ish. Apple, a 3% move in Apple. Really incredible. It's like what we talked about in this video that I posted this morning about people sort of putting money into different baskets. And in my opinion here, you've got a nice movement in Apple as people are really looking for, not wanting to sit out the market rally, but also looking for safety at the same time. 727 here on Tesla, very nice. Sitting still right below 730, seems to be bouncing off 730. Almost wonder how this looks chart-wise. Let's go into the minute here, because we've bounced off 730 a couple times. Yeah, there we go. 730 over here. Sitting at what, 727? This was about 729. Looks like we ran up to about 731. So yeah, around here we keep sort of bouncing off this range here, 730 to 731. That looks like a big spread, but it's just a buck right here. So yeah, definitely some form of a ceiling over here. So then let's see here. Twitter's moving up a tiny bit. How are our losers doing today? You bring back the Tesla tequila, right? How's ChargePoint? Oh, let's see. Yeah, we'll talk about Hood and just say ChargePoint. That's getting, we're getting somewhere here. Look at that, getting juicy again. Really rotating down towards that 1970 figure. Sitting at 20, just under 21 right now. Very nice. We'll talk about Hood in just a sec. Ashford, Freight Car, Dave & Buster's, Roblox, Nordstrom. A lot of recovery stocks getting smashed. This is a Peloton sitting right here, down 3%. EXPI. What else here? No, okay. I mean, pretty generic otherwise, what we're seeing in the market. Relatively the same of what we've seen throughout the day. Let me quickly go to Bloomberg, and then we'll talk Hood a little bit. Let's see what we got here. So this is literally the same heading we've had for hours. Oops, there we go. Same headline that we've had for hours. Not much of a difference over here on Bloomberg. Really almost feels like a slow news day. I mean, we've seen that just the last 2 weeks has been very slow news-esque. Very little coverage on market-related things. Of course, Hurricane, Kabul. We got our withdrawal deadline tomorrow, so that's big. Yeah, quiet. Direct listings have so far paid off. Okay, so generic coverage over here. Not to diss any of the reporters, of course. Support.com nearly triples in a week in a squeeze play. It's crazy. That I do think is interesting. I'm surprised how many days in a row it's really held. Certainly it didn't. Yeah, look at this. I saw this run up. We watched this run up. Some folks watching invested. This was the day I remember saying, with a pre-market run like this, it's not going to hold into the end of the day. And we were right about that. It did end up falling about 2 hours before the market closed. Now, I'm impressed that it's still up 35% today. But you are starting to see volume evaporate. So I would just be careful. But hey, I mean, if you've got tendies on options, whew, it's very nice. I wonder. Yeah, I guess I can't really sell anything because I like sell calls or anything because I don't own any shares, so that's not going to work. Look at DQ today, up 17%. My goodness, why? I do wonder if there was any kind of news here. Here's a solar play, Chinese solar play. Let's see if we can get any news on. What is DQ? I'll just put DQ stock news. Let's see what we got. Okay, DAQ. Kevin is the reason they made a, quote, millennials buying stock while drinking. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I've got sold puts on Matterport. Did Corsair finally move? Yeah, ChargePoint reports this week. I do want to see if there's news on this. Hold on a sec. Let's see. CRSR. Oh, finally a tiny little bit here. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they've been in the toilet here. It wouldn't surprise me to see a little pop here. I don't see news on this company. Guess I could pull up the terminal, but too lazy to do that right now. All right. Okay. Interesting. So, oh yeah, sorry. No, it's this Chinese stock or whatever here. Decal. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about the elephant in the room a little bit. Hold on. All right, here it is. Let me grab it really quick. Okay, there we go. All right, so Robinhood is getting smashed because of an interview that Gary Gensler, the chairperson of the SEC, just had, or at least the interview that was just released, with Barron's. It was an exclusive interview with Barron's. I do have a Barron's subscription, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with Robinhood. But it's worth noting that the stock was trading down about 5% today. As soon as this news came out, the stock shaved another 2.5% off. Right now, it is sitting down about 7.5%. And you can see the sort of volatility of the stock here squeezed up substantially. So I sold covered calls on my position up here. So I've got a lot of covered calls. It's kind of been a little bit of a bleed down here on Robinhood. Bit of pain. Let's take a look at this right here. Keep in mind, the coupon code does expire tomorrow for the programs linked down below. 40% off with Jack's birthday, and the price goes up over time. All right, so SEC chairman says banning payment for order flow is on the table. This is obviously a big deal because Robinhood makes the vast majority of their revenue, somewhere around 70 to 80% of their revenue, from payment for order flow. For a lot of companies, it's just a fraction of their income. But so far, Robinhood makes a ton of money from payment for order flow. Other income has been crypto, but quite frankly, the crypto that's been propping up Robinhood has been Dogecoin, which Dogecoin has somewhat fallen out of favor. And I don't want to say that Dogecoin is bad or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. Not hating on Doge. I'm just saying the momentum crowd isn't all over Doge like it used to be, right? And it's worth acknowledging that. Whether you're for or against it, it's just worth acknowledging. And that's obviously another, or crypto has been a big income source. Dogecoin alone was like 7 or 8% of the Robinhood income streams. But yeah, without payment for order flow, Robinhood would be in a world of hurt. Now, Congress was considering in the House of Representatives banning payment for order flow, and they gave up on that mission. So they did whatever research they wanted to do, and they said, no, we're not going to introduce any kind of legislation to ban payment for order flow. So it's worth noting that this has been tried in Congress, or at least talked about in Congress, not done. But yeah, if the SEC bans it, maybe you don't need Congress, right? So in other words, it's all in this guy's hands, right here, right? Those. Okay, so now let's read a little bit about what we've got here. So this is basically saying that payment for order flow, or a ban for payment for order flow, is on the table. And that's because he believes the practice has an inherent conflict of interest. Quote, they get data, they get the first look, they get to match buyers and sellers out of that order flow. That may not be the most efficient for markets in 2020 or in the 2020s. So it's worth noting that he says it's on the table. In other words, it's a consideration. It's not like he's planning on banning payment for order flow. That's not to say it won't happen. A payment for order flow could totally get banned. But yeah, a ban's an option, right? And that's what's freaking out the stock, at least at the moment. Again, Congress did punt on this. And it's also worth noting here that the UK, Australia, and Canada have already banned payment for order flow. And he says, I'm raising this issue of payment for order flow because it's on the table. This is very clear. So it's something they're considering. Now, in addition to that, they're also trying to figure out how to make markets more transparent, which is good. I mean, that's really the whole, almost, in my opinion, the purpose of the meme movement. And it is, and I don't even like calling it a meme movement. I call them momentum stocks, right? And let's see here. The SEC chairperson suggesting that they want to bring more transparency to the market is actually right along that same line of thinking. So I think that's wonderful. You know, making sure that public retail traders have the same data, for example, as institutions or hedge funds. I'm a big fan of that. Transparency benefits competition and efficient markets. Transparency benefits investors. Payment for order flow. Okay, a little bit more talk about payment for order flow. Provides an opportunity for the market maker to make more. The changes to payment for order flow may take place as part of a broader reshuffling of how trades are processed and tracked. There has been a boom in retail trading in the past 2 years. Go into a little bit of a background here. Take a look at this. For most brokers, the practice is a relatively small part of their business, often less than 10% of revenue. But Robinhood, which pioneered zero commission trading for Robinhood, payment for order flow makes up about 80% of its revenue. Shares of Robinhood tumbled after the report. Stock was down 8%. Oh, that's interesting. We've already got this updated in here. The company has told investors in securities filings the SEC's focus on payment for order flow is a risk factor, but company executives have played down the possibility of it being banned. Quote, the CFO says, our view internally is that we don't expect payment for order flow to be banned. I kind of agree with them. He says, he added that we do think because payment for order flow is such a small revenue stream. It's about 2 to 2.5 cents per $100 traded. It's not terribly difficult revenue stream for us. I don't know. That's not a terribly difficult revenue stream for us to replace. That seems a little optimistic. See, on one hand, they're trying to minimize payment for order flow, saying, even if it goes away, it's not that big of a deal. But on the other hand, it still makes up like most of their money, right? So, yeah. No, and of course, I see one of the commenters here saying zero commission is a lie. Well, of course, like we know they make their money another way. And this is something that we've even covered on this channel for years. But hey, look, it's easy, right? And I think that's why people use Robinhood or Webull or whatever, right? The SEC, which by the way, if you don't like payment for order flow, make sure to go to metkevin.com/public. Public does not use payment for order flow, and they won't buy or sell your information. You can go to metkevin.com/public, get up to $70 totally for free in free stocks by signing up at Public. That's metkevin.com/public. Download the app, sign up, and then follow me on there as well if you'd like at MeetKevin. Okay, so continuing on. SEC has found that all these fractions of pennies add up. In fact, the agency settled allegations with Robinhood last year. Okay, this is older news here. The SEC order said Robinhood had negotiated an 80-20 split with the company receiving 80% and investors receiving 20%, whereas other brokers tended to have a split closer to 20%/80%, the flip-flop. Wow. So to settle the allegations, Robinhood agreed to pay $65 million, neither admitting fault or denying the findings. Okay, so look, the point of this article is really to say Robinhood makes a crap load of money on payment for order flow. About 80% of their revenues right now payment for order flow. Robinhood CFO says, we're not really that worried about it. We could replace that revenue with other things. That's kind of what Public is doing. If you look at what Public's doing, you can actually tip when you make a transaction and tip Public and then you get a little badge next to your trade as a way of saying like, yeah, I support no payment for order flow, right? I don't really expect tipping for your transactions to be a large source of revenue. I would expect without a payment for order flow, we would end up we would just end up paying a small fee for each of our transactions. I do think it's interesting and worth noting that they do say that they make about 2.5 cents per $100 traded. I mean, that's not bad. Like, I feel like if you paid $6 of a commission trade or whatever, that divided by 0.025, that would be like 200. You could do 240 sets of $100 trades. 240 times 100, that would be like a $24,000 trade. So $6 on every 24,000 is approximately what that payment for order flow is costing it. I don't know if the SEC is going to be able to go as far as to ban that and somehow say that $6 for every $24,000 is really affecting people. Like, let Robinhood make their money sort of thing. The stock actually surprisingly not moving that much after the news. Here, I'll show you when the news broke. It was pretty obvious. It was, yeah, it's over here. This is when the news broke around 12:15 here at California time, and you can kind of see that little plummet here. So you can see the market is kind of brushing this off, especially since this was really only at max like a 2.5% decline. Anyway, let's now get back to other stocks. We've got Affirm we're about 1 minute to the close here. Affirm sitting at 99.4, really incredible. We've got Matterport running into the close even a little bit more. So is Ethereum going up to just past 33 now. Corsair had a nice little bounce there towards the end, but look at Tesla over 730. It broke. Yes. Oh, awesome. Go Tesla. I want to dump my call options. Etsy's also running into the close at 218. Very good. I have no idea what SE is. I see someone commented that. Sorry, I don't know what that is. We've got another 20 seconds here. Let's look at losers. I mean, we know Robinhood's part of one of the losers here. But Dave & Buster's down 4.6 here. Roblox down 4. Some pain here. I wonder why Roblox down. We'll look at that in just a second. HUD 8's doing great with the Bitcoin moves. Yeah, it's over $8 now. It's crazy. Let's listen to the close.
More than 1%. The dollar is flat. Oil up about 0.5%. Gold down about 1%. And yields have pulled back, having spiked a bit last week. Back down below 130 on the 10-year. As the bell goes, the Dow slightly lower, down 0.2%. The S&P up 0.4%, enough for a record close. And the Nasdaq up 0.9% itself.
There we go. I can actually kind of hear him today. That's cool. Yeah, Dow down 0.16, S&P up 0.43, NASDAQ up 0.9. Russell 2000 down about 0.5%. And Russell getting slammed a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a peek over here. There's Robinhood. Ended up down 6.89% on the day. We've got Newegg. This was always a momentum mover there. When it had its insane run to $79, it's kind of been floating around the bottom here. I know Lucid was another pain stock today for a lot of shots of Tesla tequila. No cannabis plays. I'm just seeing how horribly difficult it is for cannabis to get approved in California. I am not interested. It's cheaper to get illegal cannabis right now anyway. So then you've got 81.88 on Roblox. I wonder why Roblox all of a sudden moving down. I wonder if they're trying to get back down to their support line here, 76. They bounce off that one pretty regularly. Delta, Nordstrom. Yeah, Nordstrom's having a little bit of pain here. Really fallen. Delta, Southwest, just a lot of recovery. That's why I've been so careful staying away from recovery right now. I do want to see Carnival get back under 20. Not because I want to see anyone get punished who's in it, but because I want to buy it under 20. I wish I did over here in July, but I didn't do it. I mean, I took other opportunities which made money, which is fine. But, you know, we get another, imagine we get another like cruise line shutdown or something like that. That'd be crazy. China is limiting 1 hour of gaming for Chinese children. Oh my gosh, that's like not even worth playing. I play more than an hour at a time. Like, that's crazy. That is very interesting. Wow. Only illegal if you actually hood bag Robinhood. Yeah. I wouldn't invest my enemy's money in Robinhood. Oh, wow. Would I open a Robinhood position now? I mean, this is one of the cheapest spots it's been. I liked buying it when in the 30s. I think I was in New York. I remember I was walking down, it was either Broadway or 7th or something like that. And I saw it at 34 and I'm like, okay, I'll buy that. So, if it went back down into that range, sure. When it was over here, 34, 35. But I'm in no urgency to add to that one. Okay, U.S. Afghanistan exit is tomorrow. Oh, probably during the market close, 3:29 p.m. Eastern time. You can die happy. Oh, there you go. Don't die. Wait until exactly. That's what I was thinking. Wait until sub 40 on Robinhood. I agree. Am I reporting? You reporting it? Do we actually have earnings today? Hold on a sec. Usually on a Monday you don't. Wow, you're right. Zoom at 4:05. I only got 2 minutes. Sure, I'll cover it. I just got to get it up fast. I'm gonna have to get it up real fast. All right, let's pull it up. Let's see. Zoom. Okay. Let's see what we got. Wish me luck. Making a phone call to accept the job in 7 minutes. Trying to negotiate higher pay in the door, though. Nice. Good for you. Yeah, start off higher. Absolutely. Good luck. People need workers. All right. So terminal's coming up. That'll just take a minute-ish here. Wow, the 10-year treasury went back down to 1.27. Good. Good. Yeah, Loretta Mester sent out, or I think she was in an interview, and she talked about how the conditions for raising rates are not even close to being met, basically, which was great. Okay. Come on, Bloomberg. Here we go. Now we're going to get those Zoom earnings, and then we're going to make a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. Let's see. Franchise tax in California sucks. If you're talking about cannabis, yeah, no kidding. The taxes on cannabis out here are just stupid. They're asinine. California is this reason California is broken. Leaderless state. Stupid. And then anybody who has big ideas in the state gets made fun of. It's really stupid. The state's so broken. All right, here we go. Revenue up, meets expectations on Zoom. We had adjusted EPS at 136. Expectation was 1.16. Zoom revenue. Oh my gosh, they broke $1 billion in the quarter. Holy moly. How? 1.02 billion versus 990.2 expected. Wow, this is insanity. They raised their guidance a tiny little bit. And this is just, I'm just shocked. It's not like a massive beat, but I'm pretty sure that's their first $1 million quarter. They're down 2.6% in the after hours. It's kind of like the market is sad that they didn't beat better, because they used to smash. They really used to smash. I want to raise awareness to the ballots being sent to non-California residents. Yeah, I don't really want to comment on that, but I appreciate you donating $5 on that. It is so much. I can't even keep track of it all. Thank you. Appreciate that, Chris. And thanks for the $20. Thank you. Lawyers are taxed in California. Everyone's taxed in California. California's such a beautiful state, but so broken with politics. Oh, well. Things will just have to get bad enough, and then one day people revolt and demand change. One day. So, okay, what else? Dave & Buster's, 4.65. Yeah, okay, Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood got smashed. Whatever. American Airlines, and blah, blah, blah. I want to see Tesla. Let's look at that Tesla chart a little bit. Stop the bullshit. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I saw that with the 300 ballots. I know. That was crazy. Yeah. Okay, so, Tesla's at 731 now. Let's go. When's the last time we were at 731? We have not seen Tesla 730s since April. Oh my gosh. Who remembers? Who was here at the end of March when I told Lauren, if Tesla gets to 750 by the end of April, we'll buy a house. We'll go house hunting. And then like 2 weeks later, it gets to 750. It went to like 777. It was crazy. And then it was just straight down since there. When you pray, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I promised Lauren to buy the house, exactly. That's it. Yeah, so you were there. We never did find a house. We did look. We're still looking too. I just want to buy some other fixers. But no, I mean we've just found nothing that's been good. Nothing's come up in our favorite area. We're not leaving. I mean, I am wearing a shirt that says I'm not leaving. You can still get 40% off using the coupon code for the programs down below on Building Your Wealth. Bundles, by the way, 2, 4, and 5 are the most popular. And yeah, people really like the bundles because you get a bonus discount on top of the 40% if you use the bundles. But anyway, oh yeah, and you get a free stock with Public, metkevin.com/public. And if you want to potentially invest in cash flow or some form of fund, maybe go to metkevin.com/cashflow, drop your info in there. I haven't figured anything out yet, but it's on the radar sooner than later. Okay, so yeah, I mean, after hours, Zoom is now down 5.7%. Zoom just got smashed. I feel like that's common with Zoom. It's after their earnings, it just gets smashed. Everybody's just used to the massive gains that we had last year. I do prefer a smaller house. This is true. You're moving into the governor's mansion. There you go. Getting it tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks for that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Goldman Sachs put out a piece, by the way, on on the eviction crisis. I think they expected, what is it, like 750,000 evictions or something? It was crazy. Yeah, I gotta look into that, but probably not now. I gotta go look at another fixer. I don't really want to drive. I kind of just keep rambling right now because I don't want to leave. Yeah, but anyway, Kevin isn't buying the top on lumber. I don't want to buy lumber. Let me see. What is LBS doing right now? Kevin Fund. Yeah. The one downside about funds is a lot of people have to be accredited. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to do it without, but it's very difficult. Lumber's at 570. Lumber's been kind of, it's bumped back up since its low of 450 on the LBS. Look at this. It actually came up again a little bit here. I hate how they put this stupid box over this. Anyway, it bounced again a little bit. You go to 6 months, it's just been like, and again, they have this stupid, dumb little box here you can't get rid of. Come on, NASDAQ, like get with the program. Who wants your dumb clothes right here? So dumb. Container homes looking pretty cool. Yeah. How do you feel about townhouses? They're good. How's the Roadster been? You know, my dad kind of took it, and he drives it everywhere now. Leaps on PaySafe? Is that PaySafe? I'm not really enjoying leaps on anything right now. It is PaySafe. Yeah, I mean, it's one that certainly hasn't been propped up. You know, it's kind of like AI just sitting in the toilet. What did AI do today? I guess I could sort by symbol. That'd be easy. Or not. There it is. 1.29% today. Boring. Like nothing today. AI. This one to me, it's got the markings of something that should run. I mean, no guarantees, but I mean, think about it. Tech, heavily depressed. We've got this selective risk on market. It's just gonna be one of those days where all of a sudden it's just up 20%. No guarantees, but it's definitely one I'm watching. So who knows? Okay, cool. What else? Just go to Home Depot and hodl that lumber. Oh, you don't have to sell stocks, Governor. That's different. Root #1 trending stock on Wall Street Bet. Yeah, that's true. I prefer lemonade, but yeah, I know it had a pop. Let me see how did it do today. Wall Street bets. You can't. Can't discount Wall Street Bets. Root. It had its pop. It must have been last week then. Yeah, pre-post nothing. So it's Friday then. Oh, what? That's weird. Look at this. 570 popped up to about, yeah, okay, yeah. It was Friday. That's when it had big volume. When are we buying yeah, ChargePoint? I know. That's another one that has that potential. I would be like, I'm 50-50 on this one, whether I want to buy some before earnings or after. That's another one I'm watching as well. Yeah. Huddle beer. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. All right, folks, I got to go. Thank you so much for being here. Get your free stock with Public. Get your course discount down below. metkevin.com/cashflow if you ever want to invest in like a fund or something like that. And I don't know, am I missing anything? If I am, it's down below. Oh, yeah, get life insurance if any of this stuff stresses you out in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life. And if you want to price shop or you just want to support Lemonade instead of Ladder Life, you could go to metkevin.com/lemonade. Do you know that they have a thing now? metkevin.com/ I'm pretty sure it's Lemonade. I hope it is. I hope I got that right. Uh-oh. Yes, it is. We now have a referral link for Lemonade. Yes. All right.